It's nice. There's cool work also on all those ropes, those 4 ropes over there. All
Till 1824, they built the canal from Albany, New York to I'll show you. They built the canal from Albany to Buffalo. Okay, and the thing was,
I'm dressed as a captain.
$2,000 to
We
ship
actually represent the company.
The reason for that was
We're here in
Detroit, and you're wearing the Detroit stuff. Lake Erie.
All right, let me get the white coat on. I feel better.
It's called the China Rapids, all the way down to Montreal. So it was very hard to ship. Stuff had to keep being transshipped. Of course, this range of mountains was in between, so it was hard to ship that way. This was where the English were. They were all along the coast.
Let me get Dan together.
We'll get it together. We'll walk around the Ohio River Valley. This is all flat land. Nice farming area.
We'll do that and we'll go right to the company brewery.
Okay, the English started to have trouble with the Indians as the Americans were coming in, so they closed this land to them, which led to conflict between the English and the American colonists. And it led to
Omaha Beach and air shows. I find French people dressed like GIs.
That they had just fought.
And it's cute.
All of
It's
the
cute.
French
And
land.
I say, I can tell from 100 meters
And of course,
away, I
then
say,
the French sent help to the Americans.
that's a French guy. That's not me. He's dressed
But anyway,
American
here's
1943. And my French people say,
here's Buffalo here.
well,
Okay.
they were out throwing a baseball around. And they were throwing a baseball. Ammo box is still on too. You're blue in stock.
After that, he went down. Didn't get along well down there. Sent back to France. Got thrown in the best field. Got 6 months there. Got out and given him that. That's the history of Are we going to be firing the cannon pretty quick here?
We had a special request.
Oh. All right. Me or want me? Sure. It's good to be needed.
We'll always want you.
Oh. We're going to do an impromptu firing of the cannon, so. Right over here.
Ray, when you guys do that, you don't yell fire in the hole, huh?
I'm not the cannon crew.
Okay. I think you should yell fire in the hole.
All righty. I'll mention it to him. Hello.
I'm pretty sure it's plain, but follow procedure.
I don't think there's, and anyways, it's shooting that way. So, but I doubt that there's anything.
No, you're fine. You're fine. The other end. pocket pistol. It's called a pistolet in French. For ladies, make sure that they can defend themselves. I'm going to go over here.
We have you step back a bit.
Obviously up to you guys, but what's his name over there said, like say fire in the hole. Yes, it would work for me. But do we have the diplomatic? Oh, I see. Are you afraid of me? Come on, closer. Just don't go on the other side, that's all. Come on.
I'm going to have you guys kind of step behind the fire hydrant a little bit. There is a little bit of a
There is what's called a cone of sound that goes out kind of like that off the front of the barrel. I made the mistake one time of getting into that, just the edge of it. I had a headache and my head was scrambled for at least 5 minutes after that, and I was on the very edge of it. So as long as you're not on the other side of it and you're in that sound cone, but I can imagine if you had troops running up on a cannon and they fired that, if you look on that table, you will see cannonballs and musket balls inside. It's like a big shotgun. So you don't want to be on the other end of that with that shotgun and all the lead balls coming at you. All right, this is up to you guys on whether you want to pass this around or not. This is a 1.5 pound cannonball. There's a 4-pounder there and a bigger one than that. That's what would be fired out of that cannon. Okay? This is my only real artifact. Everything else I have is copies, but they are real good copies of everything. This came out of the streets of Mackinac. It's a 1.5 pounds. If you want to pass it around, it's up to you. But yeah, give you a little bit of a sense of how heavy it is.
fire in the hole, Ray.
Oh, we're going to do a fire in the hole. Hold on. Cover your ears if you have sensitive ears. And I want to see everybody jump up just a foot, okay? Jump up. Imagine being in front of that. Again, if you look at the table there, you'll see a whole bunch of musket balls in there. It's like a big shotgun. Don't be on the other side. Take my word for it.
Catch it with one hand.
By the way, the French word, like in my muskets, for instance, the barrel is not called barrel in French. It's called a canon, which is where the British got the word cannon. No, he's not yet. He's cleaning it out. What they're actually doing is there may be some embers in the bottom of that cannon. If they put the new charge with powder in it, it may go off right away while they're pushing it in. So they got to water it down first. Okay? Then they got to dry it out. Then they got to put the new charge in. Can you imagine that with other people shooting at you all this time? I believe he said a cannon crew usually was 9 people. So we're kind of short here, so we will ask for volunteers later.
Not to be in front,
we need
right?
targets too, so that, oh, by the way,
Give me a baseball
oh,
bat.
look at that.
Ooh.
You might want to see this or not. By the way, the word target was a small shield during the Middle Ages that the knights practiced hitting that spun around. That was called a target. And to take it one step farther on that, the center of the target when you were used shooting bows and arrows was white. So you shoot at the white with your bow and arrow. Blanc is white in French. You point at the blanc, you point blank, do you not? So the word point blank actually means shoot at the center of the target. Are we ready, monsieur? Oh, we're gonna have someone else fire the Canon?
Oh, I want to. I will.
I got permission from the port director, so we're okay.
Okay.
Oh, we are going to have a lady
Anybody else?
cannoneer.
It's not just a lady
Bombardier.
cannoneer. We have a visiting diplomat from the French diplomatic service in here from Chicago. She come here specifically for the rendezvous, and I guess they're allowed to let other people touch it off.
Wow.
So,
Well,
Trevor?
he made an exception.
Okay, make an exception. So you put some earplugs in,
Okay.
and what they will do is get this ready and ask you to do this, and this will be a nice picture for your CV. All right? This probably isn't something you do every day as a diplomat.
You don't want to have any reason for that to go off.
Once you do it once, you kind of get addicted.
Yeah.
Because of you, I will have a new addiction.
Be very cautious. A lot of times these cannons did blow up.
Okay.
Not a good thing. This one will not.
This up.
Oops, I should have said that.
Underneath that hole is a little piece of paper stick.
When she puts it, touches it, it will be loud.
Sneak up
People
on
that
it.
weren't here,
Touch that.
if you're younger or
Yep.
older, make sure you cover your ears.
It's going to go off before you can even walk away.
We'll see if everybody jumps, okay?
Don't block, don't block.
I think the British are running now. They're running away.
Well, it was a surprise to me too. So, sure, one more for the road.
I
One more
guess
for
we're
the
going to
road.
do one more. If you have any questions.
They love to explain
I'm sorry,
these
my
things.
wife
Of course,
left.
these
Reenactors are very serious about these things.
Again, what they're doing is making sure there's no embers in the bottom of the barrel, because it would, if the powder went down there, it would go off immediately. Usually they had 9 people in the cannon crew.
Yeah. Me.
Apparently a lot of them are on, yes, they're relaxing.
Can he do it?
What's that?
Pirate?
No, that was very special. She's a French diplomat from Chicago, from France, and they got special permission to do it. So, yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. To ignite the powder in the barrel, they took quills of feathers, poured powder in it, and then bent it over. So when the match hit the powder, it would go down into the cartridge. Like I was saying, there's lead balls in this. It's like a big shotgun. And you don't want it to go off before you do that.
Luckily, we've got a fireman doing this.
You're doing all the talking.
Hey, look at that, I won. Fire in the hole! Thank you very much. I appreciate everyone coming today. It's been a great day. I hope everybody enjoyed yourselves. I have enjoyed myself. It's been 1.5 years since I've been able to talk to the public like this, and I appreciate you coming. I know everybody else appreciates you coming, and thank you very much.
Je vous en prie.
Cannonballs up there now?
You're welcome.
Are there cannonballs up there now? Did they disintegrate?
No, they don't shoot anything. They don't shoot anything.